Well, hello, Facebook family. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm excited to be on. I'm so excited. I hope you all will join me. I know it's a little awkward for the morning. Hopefully, some of you all that are out, the educators and all that good stuff, if you're out this morning, if you will join me, invite your friends, invite others that you know, because we are going to really get into this morning quickly. Execution over excitement. This is a topic that I'm super passionate about, and I am so looking forward to connecting with women around the globe to really share something that we all have in common, which is we have to be able to be self-disciplined enough to produce what we see in our dreams. So I'm excited. I've had a couple of ladies register already, and they're just blowing that registration out of the water. I'm so excited. Oh, ladies are joining me. Hey, Felicia. Hey, Ray. Hey, Kiana. Q. Hey, Kiana. Lakeitha. Hey, my aunt's on. Hey, Amy. And so what I'm just coming on to say is execution over excitement. And we all struggle in this capacity of really having a dream, really having a vision, or having several visions. And then how do we do and produce those visions, and how do we produce those goals and get the outcomes that we love without the distractions? And so many of us struggle with being focused, remaining focused. We let family get us distracted. We let time slip away from us. We are really just in a crunch every day battling ourselves. And the key thing is we have to remember that anytime we're ready to produce something, it's going to take self-discipline. So if our self-discipline system is off, if we do not have the system in place to produce what we see in our dreams, we will be in the continuous cycle of starting and stopping. We'll be in the continuous cycle of, I'm going to start this, oh, I'm working on this, and then we'll start working on it, but we won't finish it. And so this is my sweet spot. This is the vein I love to work in, is to really encourage people and individuals, and especially women, to really produce from that place of purpose. First of all, when you think about, ladies, and put in your questions, I really want to know, what are those things that are keeping you, if you will, right now? Put in the comments, what are those things that distract you? What are those things that steal your time? What are those things that keep you from being your best self? Because what we do, we sit on the sidelines and we will have a goal. We can see the goal. We can tell everybody about the goal, and then we don't accomplish the goal. So my passion is to see you live yours. My passion is help to move you from potential to achievement. And in order to do that, ladies, it's going to take some work. But the top things that really steal our time and really keep us from producing from the level we see in our dreams is time. It's our belief system. It's our family, friends, and also distractions, whether they're subtle or whether they are, just really over the top. Again, at the end of the day, ladies, we are distracted. So put in the comments, what are some of those things that keep you from producing at a high level? Then for those of us, some of us will say, well, Dr. Kimberly, I can produce. Yes, you can produce, but let me share something with you. Are we producing consistently? And are we being able to execute consistently? Are you doing it in a place of excellence? Because the thing is, when you see yourself becoming or executing on something, you see yourself in your dreams. And what that tells me is that you have to know that your purpose is greater than your process. That means you have to be able to deliver effectively every single day. You're going to have to carve out time. The thing is, when we think about developing a strategy or accomplishing or executing something, we have to be able to gravitate to our vision greater than we do the feelings. Because most of the time we'll say, well, I don't feel like it. Or here's the deal. I always say this: the flesh don't ever feel like producing in purpose. If it was up to us, we would sit down every day. We would chill every day. We'd be doing what we want to do. But if you want to see yourself in the future and you want to execute at a high level of discipline, you're going to have to put a system in place. So Lakeitha says prioritization. That's huge, because when we talk about prioritization, I always use something called a low, medium, or high. And that's low risk, medium risk, and high risk. And when we prioritize, what we're doing is saying what's most important. Because if you think about it, ladies, and you think about it, Lakeitha, the thing is, everything is always, everything is always important to everybody. If your daughter, son, husband, cousin, the job, your client, anybody who needs something from you, is always urgent. Okay, so you have to put together prioritization of what's low, medium, and high, and what is it that's urgent. What is it right now that if I produce it today, that is, if I do not do it today, and it needs to fall in a bucket of a medium risk or a low risk so I can finish that thing out tomorrow. There are several resources that can help us. However, prioritization is big because we always look for balance. And ladies, when I tell you, I may get a lot of flack for this, but balance is not real. There is no balancing act. When you balance, you have a tendency to fall off balance. Have you ever tried to juggle more than 2 or 3 things? When you put in, most people can do 2 at a time. But when you throw in that third thing, Lakeitha, now here you go trying to balance it all, and it's a juggling act, and no one's really getting the effectiveness that it deserves, or nothing that you're trying to produce. When you think about it, it's not about balancing, it's about prioritization. What are those things in your life that need to be done today? What are those things in your life that you have? Here's the deal. Do you have a system? Do you have a timeline? What are you doing that's going to help you produce what you see in your dreams? One thing I want to tell you, I want to give you some practical things because I can share with you and get you evangelized and I can get you excited, but this is execution over excitement. This is the boring stuff. This is the stuff that women and men and people just do not want to do. This is called the work. And the space that I live in is people say, well, you do it so well. It's not that. I do it so practice. I practice it in such a way that it becomes a way of life for me. I have a system in place in which I know I have to work. It starts in your mental. Your vision, just like your vision and your dreams start here, your discipline starts here. And when you think about, if you're going to produce, listen, if you want to lose weight, I'm sure there are some people here who saying, I want to lose weight. If you want to lose weight, if you want to finish your PMP, your certification, your real estate certification, or you get your real estate license, if you want to get more clients, Felicia, in the corporate space, or if you want to get more clients, paying clients at a higher level, if you're trying to operate in a space where you say, every day I want to work on my book, you're trying to finish your book, you're trying to start a book, whatever it is, if you're trying to get a new job, if you're trying to leave your career and start something new, if you're trying to start a business and you've not yet sat down and looked at the LLC, is it a 501c3, is it an LLC S Corp? You are trying to produce something that you see in your dreams, and you will have the inability to produce it if you do not put a system in place to accomplish the very thing that you see. The thing is, ladies, we have to put a system. Once we get excited, we get, woo, I'm so excited. Beyond that excitement is something called work. Beyond that excitement is something called a strategy. And so when we talk about this discipline to produce and the discipline and preparedness, here's the deal. Preparation breeds confidence. But if you are not prepared, you lack confidence. I've worked with too many women entrepreneurs. I've worked with too many women professionals in business and career. I've worked with men who are in business. And the thing that sets others apart, those who are the doers and those who don't, is that they do. That's the difference. There are so many people are sitting on the sidelines watching other people win, and you're wondering what they're doing differently. They're not doing anything differently, but they're putting action behind their vision. They're putting action behind what they see. One thing I want to share with you, Dr. Miles Monroe, love him dearly, and may he rest in peace. However, even though he's deceased, he's still living because he lives within me. And I say that because he taught strategies, he taught vision, he taught discipline at a whole nother level. And what I want to share with you is one of the things that he said is that your purpose if you don't have a strong purpose and a strong vision, your vision will drive your strategies. Your vision will drive your action. So what that lets me know, ladies, if we are not being strong enough to be systematic about producing, that means you don't want your vision bad enough. You don't want your dreams bad enough. You don't want what you see in your future bad enough. Because if you really took your vision seriously, if you really took your future seriously, you would execute in your discipline. You would execute in your discipline. And the thing is, you have to have a stronger passion for your actual outcome than you do the income. What that means is, but when it comes in, we get excited. I always say commitment is doing what you said you would do long after the feeling you said you do it in has left you. That means we lack commitment. Some people say, well, I can't focus. I have so many visions. I have so many goals and dreams. No, that means you're distracted, and that means you're not focused, and that means you're not able to sit down and fully take a look at what you have and what's important, prioritize it, get you a plan together. Another thing I want to say is self-limiting beliefs. I got my Starbucks this morning, girls. Listen, self-limiting beliefs. The self-limiting beliefs, the reason why some of us do not produce and we don't have a system in place. Now, I'm not giving it all to you because you're going to have to go on to this master class, this intensive, and I'm going to switch the game up. I have some women who've been in, this is my 3rd year, and this year we're going to do it at a 10x. We're going to 10x. So for those of you who've already been in the class, you're going to accelerate quickly. We're going to advance it. We're going to accelerate this discipline quickly. It's going to be 10 days, and we're going to be in the trenches. I'm going to be with you every single day, and we're going to hit it hard. You're going to put in systems. You're going to put in strategies. You're going to utilize it for your business, for your goals, whether it's to lose weight or whether it's to if it's to write a book, if it's to start a job, whatever it is, if it's to spend more time with your kids, whatever that thing is, we want to make sure that you set up discipline, a system of discipline. It takes practice, ladies. It takes practice. And people will say, well, here's the deal. Let's do a couple of things I want to talk about because I get all excited and this is supposed to be execution over excitement. So let me get executing. Okay, here's the deal. One thing is our self-limiting beliefs. What we believe about ourselves is actually what we produce. And if you're feeling a little uncomfortable inside and you're like, I don't like Dr. Kimberly, she always talking noise and she talk too rough, that means I'm hitting a spot, so I'm okay with that. So here is the deal. Your self-limiting beliefs or your belief about yourself determines your actions. No joke. If you believe that you're going to accomplish a certain thing, in order to produce that thing, you have to put the actions in place. That's going to require a process. Process requires discipline. That means you cannot, if you're saying you cannot spend your time doing everything else instead of focusing on what the goal is. And that's it, Desiree. Again, Felicia, self-limiting beliefs and what we believe about ourselves is what we produce. Not what we say. See, a lot of us, we say a lot of things and we can put out a lot of flyers and we can, put together a lot of concepts. But your belief system shows up in your execution. Your belief system shows up in your strategy. How bad do you really want to be this person you see in your future? How bad do you really want to execute at a different level? How bad do you want to separate yourself for the girls from the women? How bad is it that you want to meet yourself in your future? The thing is, I want to meet the person I see. I want to be able to walk up to the woman that I see in my dreams and tell her, hello, how are you? I'm Dr. Kimberly Ellison. You see, you want to be able to put yourself in such a position that you're strategically putting together a plan. Is it boring? Yes. Is it, and I say boring because it's the not so glamorous stuff. And it's just the not so glamorous things. And we love glitz, we love glamour. Listen, I'm Dr. Sparkle. I love all of that. But I can't be Dr. Sparkle if I don't put a spark to the thing, if I don't execute, if I don't put in the time, if I don't remain focused. And here's the deal, time. Let's go back to self-limiting beliefs. Y'all share this because we sit on the sidelines as women and we pretend that we have it all together. We're over here struggling. We have so many things that we need to produce. Listen, do you know how many people are waiting on you to produce what you see in your dreams? Do you know that you're waiting on you? You are waiting on you. We would alleviate a lot of stress, anxiety, frustration, depression, envy, jealousy, if we would just put a system of discipline in place and execute. I promise you, if you put a system of discipline in place, you would be so far focused on your goals and your dreams and the vision that you have, that you would stay hotly wired for producing what you see, that you don't even have the time to even put your mouth on somebody, to even talk about someone else's vision. You won't even have the time to even know what they're doing. When people come to you and say, did you see? You'll be like, you know what? I didn't. What's up? What happened? Tell me the tea. Because you are so focused. Look at that unit. Get down. You are so focused on the work that you're supposed to be doing. So let's do something quickly here. I want you all to put in the comments. We talked about, Desiree said something. She said, so Lakeitha, let me know if this helped you. She said, Lakeitha said prioritization. We went over prioritization. And Desiree said something about delegation. All right, here's the thing about delegation. When you're delegating, for one, we have to know that asking for help is not a form of weakness. Asking for help is actually a form of strength. When you ask for help, that says, I now trust you to deliver something in your best gift, in your best skill, your highest skill. And I believe that you can do it just as good or better than I can. So therefore, there's trust that's there. There's trust. And then also it's a shared purpose. When you trust someone, you have a shared purpose. And you also, let me tell you this too, ladies, what we want to do is when you delegate, okay, the reason why sometimes we are afraid to delegate, we have a power problem. We have a power issue. We want to control everything. And that's a self-limiting belief, is that if we don't do it, it won't get done and it won't get done right. Release yourself of that today. Release yourself of that complex, that superwoman, quasi-God complex, that we have to have the answer to everything. I do not have to have the answer to everything. If I do not know something, listen, if you ask someone, ladies, that is an expert, they will 10 times your gap, your knowledge gap, they will close it for you. They will close it for you. So asking for help is a form of strength and not weakness. Also, delegating with the expectation that you have to set. We don't set, when we delegate, most of the time we delegate like this. We'll say, hey, Desiree, I need you to do this for me. Can you do that? And the person says yes. Well, do you know, by the time the translation that has taken place between your delivery and their reception, see, when they receive it and you delivered it, in the middle, it's called confusion. It's called interpretation. It's called, I believe that you said something and you know what you said. See, my belief and what you know is totally different. So ladies, when we delegate, we have to be able to make sure that there is clarity in what we're communicating. And therefore, when they come back and it's not done in the way we think that it should be done, we will then say, well, they don't know what they're doing and they don't know. No. It's not that they don't know what they're doing. They interpreted it the way that they would like to deliver it. You delivered it in the way you know it should be done. So delegation is also a form of trust. It's a form of communication. It's a form of shared purpose. And then also being able to say, sit down and have those conversations, because we don't sit down, ladies, and have conversations that are true and honest with each other, because we won't, for some reason we won't. So say, listen, here's what I need to get done. This is what I need it to look like. You need to start giving a framework. You need to start giving an example or a sample of what that should look like, period. And that's it. What are some of the other things, ladies? Because when I tell you, I'll tell you this. People say, well, I don't know my purpose. I need to know my purpose. Purpose is the thing that you love and it's the thing that you hate. It's the thing that you love and the thing that you hate. Think about what you love to do for people. So, for example, I know a few ladies on here. Felicia. Felicia loves to cook. She loves to make sure that people eat her food. She literally would like, Dr. Kimberly, you live around the corner from me. I went to this event. Come get this food. She loves to do that. All right. But she also hates when people don't serve in excellence and when the food is not good and when it's not prepared on the plate properly, and it drives her nuts. And for me, it's like, well, it's just food, but no. So think about the thing that you love and then think about the thing that you hate. And when most of the time, the thing that you love and the thing that you hate drives you to the place in which you're purposed. So you want to think about those things. But as it relates to your execution, ladies, it's time for us to to move from excitement. It's time for us to move from ideology into implementation. I am your implementation strategist. I am your strategy specialist. Listen, vision strategist, whatever you want to call it. I just want to help you produce what you see in your dreams. I just want to help your baby leap, and I also want to help your baby be birthed. So let's move forward in that. Share this as well. We get so caught up in what it looks like and what it's supposed to be, and get you some help. Get some help to produce what you see. So we have some more here. So Kiana says, what about when life really hits you from all directions and you can't help but to have distractions? Here's the deal. And Q, you already know, I'm going to say ready, set, reset. One of the things that's ready, set, reset. Here is the deal. Life will hit you, will take the wind out of you, will knock the wind out of you. It will put you down because it's supposed to. And the thing is, when we think about the life things that are happening to us, our vision doesn't show us the process. When we see ourselves in the future, so Kiana, you are a stylist, you have a whole boutique, you have a whole store. You may see yourself owning them across the nation. I don't know. You may see yourself own them in different countries. You also have an online store. So when life hits you, you may not be able to operate fully out of the vision. What happens is now you do a ready, set, reset. You have to take care of those things in life. But again, if you have systems in place, there are some things that will be on autopilot, in which I know you already have. But when you have life, there are some things, and just being honest, you have to step back from. And then once those things start to move forward and you start to feel a little different, then you need to ready, set, reset. Not starting over from where we left off, but picking up from where we're at. Because of what happened. And that's the thing. We try to go back. I started writing this book and, this happened, or I had momentum, but this happened. Leave that person in the past. When life traumatic situations happen, you're no longer the same. So you have to do a ready, set, reset, come back and say, who am I now? What's my mindset now? How much energy do I have now? How much can I commit to this thing now? Is this the same thing that I need to be doing now? Has it shifted now? See, we're afraid to change because someone told us that if we start something and life happens, that it looks the same. Listen, when I experienced one of the most traumatic things in my life, when I came back, I was different. I wasn't even interested in the same thing. So you also have to know, is it a season for that thing? Because there are some things that you will get and it's not the season for. And so you will have to put those things and say, okay, I'm going to have to do a ready, set, reset. And I need to see what that looks like now. So for those of you who are ready to produce an execution over excitement, you're ready to listen, there's power in self-discipline. When you have self-discipline, you can produce at such a level. You're so unique. Your purpose comes forth. You begin to not just manifest in outcomes, you manifest in money. You begin to not just speak it, it begins to come forth. The reason why it comes forth is because you've established not just in the atmosphere, but guess what is your highest form of faith? Your highest form of faith is planning. I'm hanging up. I'm disconnecting. That's it. Your highest form of faith, ladies, is your planning. Your planning, your strategy, your discipline, your planning says, I believe what I see. I believe, let me go back. This is something I teach in strategy. Stop treating our vision like a goal. Some of us, the reason why we lack the self-discipline is because we're treating our vision like a goal. You see, when you have a goal, you have something set and it has an end date and you can start to work on it, right? And those are things that are task assigned, all right? Your vision is destiny assigned. Destiny meaning a destination, a journey. That means throughout your life. Goals are to be established and completed. Destiny is to be lived. And so I want you to understand that there is a difference between you setting in a goal that's going to help you accomplish your vision, to live out your destiny, than living out your vision. So let me break that down for you. If we are living from a goal-oriented place, that means we're treating our vision like a goal. We can start it and stop it, start it and stop it. When you live from a vision-focused place, that means you can't treat your vision like a goal. Your vision is ongoing. It's destiny. It is living. It's breathing. So Kiana, when you're going through, you say, I got vision. When you're going through, you say, I got to live this thing out. See, when you have a goal, you put it down because you're going through. But when you have vision, you can't put it down because you're going through. See, vision is the thing that will keep you when everything else try to kill you. Vision is the thing that'll keep you when everybody else says, I'm leaving you. So you can't treat your vision like a goal. Because goals we put down, we set them aside. We'll start on today, we'll start tomorrow. But when you have a goal, when you have a vision, when you have something in your heart, when you have purpose, when you have a mission, it's different. You see, if your goal is to just be a speaker, if your goal is to just be famous, if your goal is to just travel, if your goal is to just sell a couple of plates, if your goal, that's it. But when your vision is to speak so that you can transform people's lives, when your vision is that you can speak so that you can go and do multicultural events for women and cross-cultural events and speak the language of love and speak the language of what they're going through, and you from a different country, see, that's vision. Now it's different. Y'all ain't saying nothing, so I'm going, hello, y'all there? Ladies, listen, I just came on because I was really excited. I want you to share this video, but I want you to also know that it's execution over excitement. We have to do the work in order to produce what we see. I work out at Orange Theory Fitness, and they have something on the wall. And whenever I get tired, I look up. No one even knows this, but I look up at the sign whenever I'm tired and I want to quit. I always remind myself, my body is tired, but my mind will do what I tell it to do. And so I'm physically tired, and I physically don't feel like going, and I physically don't feel like doing it. But the reason why I keep going is because I like the outcomes. I like how I see the change in my physical body. I like how I feel the change in my breathing, and I can now climb stairs and get out the car and I don't feel like I'm about to pass out. And, so there are some things that I can see that I like, but there are also some things that's happening on the inside of me that I can feel that I like. And so whenever I keep going, I'm like, why do I keep going here? Because this is difficult. It's hard. And whenever I get there and I'm on the treadmill or I'm on the rower or I'm lifting the weights or whatever, it gets difficult. But when I look up on the wall, it says, don't wish for it, work for it. So simple. It says, don't wish for it, work for it. And I'm like, okay, I wish I could have this six pack. I wish I could be healthier. I wish I, could be a lot more toned. I wish I could, have a healthy mental disposition about, working out and taking care of my temple. I wish. But when I put that discipline in place to produce what I wish for, I know I'm working for it. So ladies, I'm encouraging you right now to get off of this live, share it with someone. I have a discipline and preparedness intensive coming up July 8th. And I know a lot of you won't feel like it. I know your mind will tell you you don't feel like it. Because guess what? Sometimes I don't feel like it. But then I look at that person that I want to become, and I look at the women and the men that are impacted by what I need to get done. And I don't operate off of my feelings or my emotions. I operate off of my destiny. I operate off of a system of discipline that's going to help produce what I see. If we're talking about money, and you're talking about, you want to make more money. The reason why we can't make more money is because we don't have a system of discipline in place. We don't have a system that's disciplined enough for us to produce it. To make money takes work. People are not running around here wealthy and not doing work. Don't buy that ticket. Don't buy that ticket. When people say make 10, make 1,000,000 and 10 and you're not doing anything, listen, that's a lie. If you want to make money, you want to make millions, you want to make thousands, you want to make in revenue, income, and generate revenue and all that kind of stuff, it takes work. You can't run from it. You can't hide from it. You can't wish for it. It takes work. So I'm going to be ready for you all. And matter of fact, I was a little disciplined. Let me see what my discipline is now. Okay. 10:29, I had until 10:30 with you all today. That's a part of my system of discipline because I have contracts that I need to be working on, and I have clients that I need to get on their stuff. Because when you produce in excellence, you have a system of discipline, you get more work. And when you get more work, you get more money. So let me share with you, ladies, if you're struggling, go to corporatejewelpwc.com. It's corporatejewelpwc.com so that you can register and sign up for the Discipline and Preparedness Intensive. Ladies, I hope to see you in the course room. Some of you have already registered. Nicoya, thank you. Lakitha, thank you. Jermaine, thank you. And there's someone else I'm missing. Butter has registered. Teresa has registered. Okay, so there are several women who are registered. Portia has registered. So thank you, ladies who have registered so far. You still, again, I'm only taking a certain number of women for this course because these are the women that are going to go with me for 10 days. We got 10 days and we're going to make it happen. So, Kiana says add the link. Listen, Kiana, she do that. Hold on, Kiana. She does the, what I'm trying to say, that boutique and fashion and that store and all that, but her real degree and stuff is in marketing, so she keeps me on my toes. There we go. There we go. Go to Corporate Jewel PWC and register, sign up, share this with your friends. This is just, again, and Selena is virtual, so you can be there from anywhere in the world. It is virtual. All right, ladies, I'm 1 minute past my plan. And you all know to stay on target is your time. You got to respect the time. Oh, y'all, we're going to have these 10 days going to be lovely. Oh, yeah, it's going to be lovely. I'm putting together something a little different for you all as well. I have some things for the Discipline Preparedness Intensive before. We're going to use that as well. Always use that content, okay? But for the 10X, I'm going to have to expedite, make it fast, quick. So I'm coming up with some different things to help us move forward quicker, faster, better. All right, ladies, I hope to see you in the course room July 8th, Monday at the Discipline and Preparedness Intensive, the Power of Self-Discipline. Talk with you soon.